Raimi. And I give you the word to Cesar for start this meeting of Expo UCLOG.
Hey, thank you, Cindy, and good morning from here, from Bogota, Colombia, to everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I understand that most of you probably comes with the expectation to know a little bit more about our program, the undergraduate certificate in logistics and supply chain management program. So thank you, really thank you everyone for staying with us here for this hour. What we want to share with you is not only like the typical, speech about an educational program, but also probably share with you some testimonials and some experiences that actually some of the students that have been with us here in Bogota have, lived. And of course, that tells more than any other presentation. So again, welcome everyone. We are talking from Logica. Logica, it's a non-profit organization located in Bogota, Colombia. Yeah, that works around 15 years ago with the CTL from the MIT, particularly creating the Center for Latin American Innovation in Logistics. So welcome everyone again. I am Cesar Becerra, the Executive Director of the Research Center. And what we are going to share with you today, please, Cindy, if we go back to the agenda, please, are just some very quick points. First of all, the welcoming. Second, we want to explain a little bit more about this alliance between MIT and all the partners in the Scale Global Network and why the UCLOG exists here in Colombia. Also, we are going to talk a little bit about the 2023 UCLOG, how it's going to be. We have some changes for this year that we really hope increase the experience and knowledge that you all are going to have. As I already told you, we are going to have and we are going to listen from Valentina, Luana, some of the experience that they had here with us in the program as students for the UCLOG. Also, we are going to talk about the fees and how does it works. I believe Cindy has some good news in that matter. And finally, hopefully many of the time today is going to be dedicated for questions and answers that we want to give you. And why not identify some topics that probably we need to go deeper and work more. So thank you again, everyone. As I already told you, please go to the next one. And the next one, please. Why we are here and why we are sharing this program with you. Well, first of all, we need to understand that Logica is, as already told you, a non-profit organization dedicated particularly to collaborative initiatives. So collaboration is our heart, collaboration is what we do, collaboration is what we are going to do. And of course, the UCLOG is a collaborative program. And in this collaborative spirit, of course, what we have been doing for the last, I don't know, Cindy, probably 6 or 7 years, something like that. It's working mainly with our partners in Latin America. We are, as already told you, part of the Scale network. We are one of the research centers that that represents, if you want, Latin America for all the global scope that Scale has today in, of course, Boston with MIT and CTL, but again with Zaragoza in Spain, with Luxembourg in Europe, with Ningbo in China, among and others ones. And we are the Latin America chapter for this network that is led, of course, by MIT MIT, and by some of our friends today represented here by Christopher, that you are going to hear from him a little bit more after me. And well, what we have been doing, it's because we are not an university, we have created a local network called Scale Latin American Caribbean Network. Okay, so we have more than 40 universities, and these universities that probably all of you belongs to this network, well, create a program, an undergraduate program, dedicated to all of you that are probably currently in your undergraduate careers, studying a lot and trying to find out more experiences outside your country, and at the end trying to face challenges that are applied for the companies in Latin America. And that's what UCLOG does. In 2017, we work with probably students from 4 different countries, here with Alpina, Bianca, Abaco, among other companies, because at the end, what we try to do is to sit on the same table, the academia, the companies, and the students. Okay, and we just facilitate all these conversations, and at the end the program. So what we have today, it's already 3 courts, I believe, Cinti, in 2017, 2018, 2019. And of course, as you know, the pandemic came and the COVID came, so we didn't have the chance to provide all of you the UCLOG in 2020, 2021, and 2022. And we are refreshing everything, and we are restarting this conversation with you guys. Welcome you again to here to Colombia and Bogota. Hopefully see you all here in summer to have another UCLOG with all of you guys. So this is a short, story about what we have done. And I give the word to Christopher, please.
Thank you, Cesar. Yeah, it's an honor to be with all of you guys. It's amazing. I see many familiar faces, not only from Logica and CLI, but also a few former students, and this excites me a lot. And I see also a few people that I know in the attendees. So hopefully they are gonna find this program as fascinating as we do. Okay, so I'm gonna resume some of the parts that Cesar mentioned. But first, I think that it's important for you to know that from the previous slide, there is something that you need to know. What happened during these couple of years that nothing was organized, right? It was 2020, 2021, and 2022. Unfortunately, this program, as you will listen from me in a moment, depends a lot on companies, organizations that open the doors in order for you, the students, to have a real experiential learning. Experiential learning is for you to go to the companies, to the organizations, and work there. Otherwise, the program is missing that essence. And that's why it was tremendously difficult for Logica to continue organizing this, because in a virtual setting, the experience is not exactly the same. And guess what? As probably you have listened, this program was created in 2017, as you can see in this chart. But most importantly, it was born because some of the students at that time, we actually conducted an interview and a survey for around, I remember, I think it was like 200 students from all over Latin America, and all of them kind of made the observations that they didn't know about the Center for Latin American Logistics Innovation. Second,
Sorry, Chris.
the efforts and
We have
can you hear me now?
sorry. Yes, yes. Just a little instable the
Yeah,
connection.
I don't know what happened actually, because it was like a hold on or whatever. But well, coming back, because we are being recorded, I was telling you that Logica has been articulating all of these efforts, right? Because now we can go to the slide that belongs to me, Cindy, please, where I'm going to explain like the Logica part and everything. Could you please move to the next slide, or may I move it? I think that I can do it, right? Can you see the new slides, guys? Yes? Yes. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Fantastic. So Cesar already mentioned this, but what I want to emphasize to you is actually the importance of this connection. I work for the MIT Center for Transportation and Logistics, but I had the tremendous opportunity to work at Logica too, at the CLI long time ago between 2013 and 2015. And something that characterizes Logica and the CLI is this intersection of different characteristics: research, collaboration, and services. In that part, MIT CTL is providing, like a lot of efforts together with Logica to build this research network that we have with other 43 universities in Latin America. And Logica is very, very, very important because they are the ones articulating the efforts of academia and connecting them to the other side, the outreach, the engagement, the companies. And that part is pretty important. And that's why many of the students long time ago were mentioning, we are lacking that. We would love to do more, right? We would love to connect to the companies. And that's how we started moving on with this. And just I want to finish this slide by telling you that this connection between CTL, the MIT Scale Latin American, the Caribbean network, and Logica continues, and we want to capitalize it for you, okay? And that's what we do. So as part of this network, actually, CTL has other different centers around the world. Logica is actually our representative part in Latin America and the Caribbean, but we have other 4 centers, 2 in Europe, one in Zaragoza, the Zaragoza Logistics Center, one in Luxembourg, the Luxembourg Center for Logistics, one in Ningbo, that is one of the most important ports in China, that is Niski, and MISI, that is the Malaysian Institute for Supply Chain Innovation. So all of these centers work in similar things to Logica and to CTL, okay? And now let me finish. This is the last slide that I'm going to mention, so don't worry. I just want to mention a little bit more about like the impact on the future, because the origin, I already mentioned that to you. And we want to keep that essence. We want to make sure that you all guys enjoy this process of experiential learning, this contact with other talented students that actually breathe, feel, and love to have challenges like you would love to do. And the second thing is that you will find plenty of supportive people once you go to CLI. Hopefully you take the opportunity. Now, let's talk about the impact. The program, despite these 3 cohorts that were successfully graduated, continues growing, and together with the Scale Latin American Network, we are bringing more and more universities from Central America, from the Caribbean, and we want to make sure that you have like this flavor, to know about other realities, to be able to share with them, to be able to connect, to develop the networking, but also the impact that you bring through the challenges. That's how we call them, right? The challenge-based learning to the companies or the organizations that are participating on this is very important, because despite every week you're going to be part of a different challenge, you're going to bring also impact to those companies, to the people that you know, and that learning is going to be for you for the rest of your life. So that's something that you can capitalize on for the next steps in your career. And not only that, you also will have like a network, like a family of the UCLOG program to continue with you, So those are friends that you can visit in the future as well. And now, what is the future of the program? I just want to tell you that the MIT CTL and also the MIT Scale Latin America and the Caribbean Network, we continue envisioning Logica and CLI to be like the nucleus of the whole network and the host of this program. What we're going to continue doing is sending some of the interesting, and trendy topics to CLI, so that CLI can coordinate all the efforts to bring students to its facilities and make sure that you continue learning. And I'm sure that Cindy and all her team are going to make sure that the challenges that you have from different organizations are going to be like top of mind for you, so that you can continue developing your problem solving skills, your contemporaneous and trendy topics. And at the end, that you are able to get what is very important here, something that you will be proud of. You know, the projects that you will be developing, the solutions that you're going to be creating, and the networking that you will be able to build is something that will prevail for the rest of your lives. And well, probably Valentina and Luana are going to mention that to you, but I'm not going to spoil too much. But in a nutshell, if I want you to keep one message with you, is this program is worthwhile every minute, every dollar that you spend on it, because it's subsidized. It brings like all the talent that we have from Latin American researchers to nurture you and raise you with the skills and the competences that you need to face the socioeconomic and logistic challenges at your level as young career students or brand new graduates. Okay, so and hopefully this also creates like a kind of a snowball effect on you, so that you want to continue learning. As probably some of you know, I'm also the director of the GCLOG program here. G stands for Graduate Certificate, and we offer that here in the United States. We have already received a few UCLOG students or former students, so hopefully some of you can continue your career and come here to MIT to continue your training, you know? So all in all, that's what I want to share with you. I'm very enthusiastic to see that we are resuming this very important program for Latin America and the Caribbean. And well, congratulations to Logica, Cindy, Cesar, Daniel for, you know, like taking over this again. And well, I'm gonna pass the word to you, Daniel. I think that you are the next in line. So thank you. And good luck resuming this.
Thank you, Chris. It's nice to see you all. And this program is very special for us, but also very important for companies and for students, because um, it is not that common to find an opportunity to have an experience directly with companies to solve real world problems applied to supply chain and logistics. So this is what is our program. The UCLOG is a certificate program in logistics and supply chain management. We have the privilege and the honor to have the best students in Latin America participating in our programs, such as Luana and Valentina and many others. And we already have about 50 students from different countries, and they has been enrolled with the best companies in Colombia. Some of them are multi-Latin companies that open its doors to the students in order to resolve a problem, a real world problem related to supply chain. So we have at least four main points about this program. And the first one, it's already mentioned that we have a methodology related to uh, learning based on challenge. You will learn by the means of solve a real challenge from companies. That means it doesn't mean that you are not going to receive some classes or some lectures on some basic concepts, but the main goal of this program is that you learn by face directly the problems of the companies. It's a great opportunity to have the opportunity to really to make relations with the directors or the people of the companies. In some cases, those companies can hire um, some of the students or use some of the solutions that the students propose to the companies. We have the best professors from our MIT Skill Network in Latin America to join and stay with the students during those weeks. Later on, I will show a little bit more detail about the methodology of the program, and this will be English fully English program. So I think I don't I don't introduce myself, but I am Daniel Prato, yeah, and I lead the research initiatives in the organization. And part of our job is to understand and to stay aware about the main challenge of the industry around the world. And we use those topics, those research areas to share and to transfer the knowledge to the students, because these are the main gaps and the main opportunities for companies currently here in Colombia, but worldwide. And this year, we will be talking about four topics. So the methodology of the program this year has changed a little bit. We used to have 5 weeks in Colombia, but this time we will have one virtual week where we are going to teach or to learn the basic or the fundamentals of last mile delivery, food waste and loss, circular economy applied to supply chain, and digital transformation. We are going to see the fundamentals of these four topics. And then we will have 4 weeks in Colombia where we are going to have the most of the time solving the challenge. We are going to visit the companies. They are going to give us information. They are going to give us some talks, some conference about their challenge, about the trends, the strategy that they have done in order to give you some inputs to solve the challenge. For us, it's also important to have to transfer knowledge or to talk about soft skills. So each week the students, pardon, the students will have the opportunity to learn about leaderships, about team management, about some kind of soft skills. And at the end, the first day of the week, the companies will state their challenge, and the students will have 5 days to solve the challenge and to present it in front of three evaluators or three people from companies, from the staff of the Logica, and from our professor or friends from the Latin American Skill Network. So this is the overview of how will be the challenge. The idea is that you can have tools and enough information to solve those challenge, and and this is not a minor aspect because as I said before, the companies in most of the case or in some cases use those solutions or invite the students to develop the solution into the companies. So for in order to have a little bit more experience from the people who have done this UCLOG, I introduce Maria Fernanda, who will be talking with Luana and Valentina about their experience with us in the UCLOG.
Thank you, Daniela. Good morning to everyone. As he said, my name is Maria Fernanda. I'm the innovation leader in Logica, and it's my pleasure to be with you guys, and especially with Valentina and Luana, who are going to tell us the experience in their past UCLOG. So welcome, Valentina. Welcome, Luana. Thank you for being with us. And to start, if you want, we can start talking about you. Tell us who you are and what you currently do. If you want, we can start with you, Luana.
Yes. Hi, everyone. First of all, I'm really glad to be here. UCLOG truly changed my life, and it's a pleasure to talk with all of you. So, introducing myself a little bit and trying to be fast. My name is Luana Lenzi. I'm from Brazil. I've graduated in 2020 in Logistics and Transportation Engineering in a federal university here in Brazil, and I was part of 2019 class of UCLOG. And currently, I'm working as a project manager officer and business intelligence manager in a company that is a technology implementation for large corporations. So translating what I do, it's what my company does mostly. It's a phygital operation. So you must heard of these terms like physical with digital. And for example, when a large corp wants to have a distribution center more intelligent and connected, they want to apply, for instance, RFIDs, those smart tags. They call us to understand where we should put the RFID and how we should read those data. Or the decision makers could see all the business and financial KPIs of the production line and the distribution center. So it's those in technology implementations what we work on it.
Cool,
So in
Luana,
resume is
thank
that.
you. Okay, thank you. And Valentina, do you want to tell us about, a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Hi, everyone. Just as Luana mentioned, so happy to be here. UCLOG was also a great part of like my experience in university. Right now, I'm doing a production engineering at EAFIT University in Medellin, Colombia. I am in my last semester, and I had the chance to be part of the 2019 UCLOG class, which for me was a great experience because I was just starting my bachelor's. And that gave me a whole different perspective of what was logistics and what was supply chain management. And after that, actually, I did like one more diploma about advanced supply chain management. And then my minor in university, I chose operations research and supply chain. So I think UCLOG was that like starting point for me in that aspect. After that, I had the opportunity to go on a semester abroad in Germany, and I just came back from my internship at Siemens Mobility in California.
Sounds really cool, Valentina. Thank you for sharing with us. And to going back a little bit in the time, Luana, would you like to tell us what did you decide to participate in the UCLOG?
Yes. Yes, and I say that that's a really personal question for me because my personal goal is make a really difference in the world. So mostly in my country because I really love Brazil. But in order to do that, I knew that I needed to have perspective, benchmarking, and specializations. So I couldn't do just doing what everybody does, that it's going to university and study. I need to do something that could bring me baggage, networking, and creative ideas to really solve real problems. So when I heard about the opportunity to do the UCLOG program, I went and I talked with people that already had the program and I searched about it. So I could understood the real difference that the program could make in my life. And knowing that the course, of course, was a curriculum differential, but especially a life experience difference. So certainly changed my life, and everything that I've learned, I use nowadays in my work and of course in my plans to make more impact.
Thank you so much. And like Christopher said us, the networking that we're gonna do here is maybe one of the most special and exciting things we're gonna have in this and all the versions for the UCLOG. So Valentina, would you like to share what was the networking that you live in the UCLOG experience important to you? How would you describe that part of the experience, please?
I think the networking was one of the best, or not like for sure the best. We had such a great group that actually, I don't know if any other group would be ever able to have the same vibe with it.
Okay.
Because I feel so proud that since day one, like Luana knows, we immediately all of us bonded together, and that made
Luana
a
is so
difference.
happy with this question too. I think you both agree with that.
Yeah, because like the challenges, they're very hard, and you have like some fear because they're in groups, and the part like knowing that you're doing them with friends, because at the end we all became friends, it was very good and help us. We were not jealous or envy or the other groups. Rather than that, we actually help each other. We would hang out after classes on the weekends. We did trips, and actually, even after the UCLOG was finished, we still talk, not
What is next?
daily basis, but we
Mhm.
try to like keep up and know about each other's life. And also academically, for me, was great because, as I mentioned, I was very young. Like I was just starting my bachelor's, and everyone else was more experienced. They were like in their seventh, ninth semester in university, and for me that was great because showed me like how much you could do because they were more like knowledgeable about everything. So they also taught me a lot in that process.
So cool. The network is gonna, like as you say, the one of the most important things we're gonna have in those usual experience. But we have the mentors too, and the mentors have this really important and really high level of the knowledge we're gonna have in this program. So Luana, would you like to say about the mentors who accompanied in your experience? How do you feel about that?
Okay, yeah. First of all, number one, networking. I can't say more, but second of all, for sure, the mentors. Okay, so they were incredible because I remember in the class they used to not bring only the theory, but also and the subjects, but mostly their experience. So their real experience. So they bring cases and business cases, so we can work on it, and they could tell us the truly how to truly apply the concepts in the reality. That's the big difference that we don't have as much as we would like in the university. So, and also the methodology of UCLOG being kind of a gamification, and having a lot of visits helped us to understand with those mentors the real needs that the clients have, right? So we knew how to apply those things. And I love that the mentors came from diverse countries and diverse experience. For example, for instance, in our class was Peru, Spain, US. So that allow us to also see the patterns of the challenge they faced. And they were key points of this program for sure.
Okay, Luana, thank you so much. Valentina, would you like to add something about the mentors?
Yeah, I think they also um they were great people. So like it never felt boring because, as you know, I mean, being 8 hours in the program, you might think is long, but they always like were able to keep us engaged in the topic. So that was great, especially because it might be different from like what could be regular in our school, in university. So they were great, and they were really interested on us to be learning, not just them teaching, but also like they would ask us how we were doing and they would help us with the challenges. So that was great.
Okay, nice. And to finalize, please guys tell us something about your real challenge. For example, Valentina, what was the logistical challenge that you and your college had the opportunity to do in the UCLOG experience? What was your favorite one, the special one? I think you both not be in the same team, right?
We were once in one team together.
Okay.
Only the two of us when the rest were three. And I think was a really hard challenge because we like it was the solution itself, it was hard to like
Understand?
yeah, but Luana and I we did such a great team. Like I remember that challenge with a lot of love. Also, another challenge that was like significant for me was the one we did with Toto. And Toto, for the ones who don't know, is a backpack manufacturing company. And we went to their warehouse. And for me, it was very impressive because before that, I didn't know like a world class warehouse in Colombia, and was very nice to see that a Colombian company was actually being part of like the latest trends in logistic, and also when you go there and you see this huge warehouse, you think like, oh my God, it's gonna be impossible to come with something better than this, because you already see it, they give you the tour and you think this is already amazing. So I think it was great to actually try to think how to improve something that you think it's already very good. And I felt very proud that we were seeing like that in my country, because as I'm from Colombia as well. So it was very nice to see such a great warehouse here in Colombia.
It's really beautiful too. Luana, would you like to add something about your special challenge?
Yeah, I think they were all really different, so it's hard to pick one, but I think one that really had something on me was the Red Cross, because it means not only a logistics challenge, but also a social challenge. So we went with the Red Cross and we see all the problems that they have and how you deal with humanitarian logistics. We always think about cargo and movementations, but the humanitarian type of logistics, it's really different, and it has like a really social impact. So that was a really challenge that make me a difference.
Okay, Lana, thank you. And thank you, girls, for this special conversation. I see you're really happy and excited to this experience. And I don't know if you would like to say something to these new students that are going to be really exciting to start this adventure.
I just would like to say it's a no-brainer decision. You must do it because it's gonna change your life and give you perspective. Mostly network, friends, family, and we are talking like really bigger than only your city, your university, and your country. We're talking about like really worldwide connections and networking and learning. So no-brainer. You guys should do it.
Do it.
For
Valentina?
sure. I think Luana summarized it so well that would be hard to add something on top of that. So I'm just gonna piggyback on her and saying like everything she said, I totally agree.
Okay, so thank you, girls. And Cindy, we have now you.
Thank you, Mafe, Luana, and Valentina. Moreover, thanks to Christopher, Cesar, and Daniel. Now I'm going to talk about the good news for you, because in this space we're talking about the fees, the requirements, and the scholarships. So first of all, the most important that you have clear is send your documents, because this is a program where we want to count with the best talent, best logistic talents of Latin America. For this reason, you must send, like in the slide you can see, you must send the following documents. First, your CV or resume of your professional profile that includes your personal information, academic, and experience. That is very important for now you. Second, the two recommendations letters. It can be a professors or professionals where you had made your practices. And third one video upload to YouTube, or just send the link to see this video. And in this video, you can explain the reasons for participate in UCLOG. Moreover, the goals that you want to achieve in the program. Please, no more of 3 minutes because it's too long and we have many videos to see. These documents and the link will be sent to email educacion at logica at org. In the chat, our team is sharing this email for send these documents and the link of the video. Okay, this is the first step. The second step, when you send it, our selection committee will evaluate and give you an answer. The fee is $1,900. That's included materials of cures, transport between companies, lunch, morning and afternoon snacks, are prepared facilities with Wi-Fi and spaces to work, access to virtual courses for the first week, as Daniel says, classes with CLA leaders and teachers from the SCAPE network. This is in the 5 weeks of the UCLOG. So for today, we have a good news. Now it's time to talking about this news. We have a 20% of discount for students that send their documents until April 30, because we want to validate your effort to send now these documents and the link. So please take this option, because if you are selection, the cost of the program is just $1,520. It is a safe grade. So if you pass to $1,900 to pay just only $1,520. Really a safe grade. Why this is a safe grade? Because remember, the travel expenses like tickets to come Bogota, lodging, and weekend food are not included. So in your budget, you have to include this expensive travel expensive. So the cost of the program. And if you take the discount, you make a safe, very great. So many people in different space ask me, what happened with the scholarships? I need a scholarship because the cost is very expensive, or I need more discounts. Okay, this is opportunity to give have this 20% discount. And the scholarship I want to talk about, if you admitted in the program, you can participate by one scholarship. We have only this time one scholarship. But it's happened if you present your documents and the committee approve your participation, you will receive a one email confirm that you will be admitted in the program. And if you have the possibility to compete by the scholarship, and if you need other information for take the decision. So this the first is send your documents for participate in answer and will be admitted in the program. But if you achieve admitted in the program, you can compete for the scholarship. Very important, if you don't send the documents, you don't participate in the scholarship and don't participate, won't participate in the discounts. Okay. I don't know if you have any question about these fees, discounts, and scholarships. Can you raise your hand if you have any question about this good news? Because I think that this is the opportunity to invest in your future, invest in your network, invest that Luana and Valentina said. This is a very great experience to come to Bogota and enjoy the different visits to the enterprises, go to different places to get some data and resolve the challenge of the week. So I don't know, maybe if someone write in the chat, no, and the people have any questions about this. Okay, so um I want to explain more, but I want to explain about if you have any questions, you can send me an email to that I write you in the chat, or a WhatsApp to my number that I will write you in the chat. So I look forward that all the students as a meeting can send your application. So it's very important, send the documents for apply to discount or to apply to scholarship. So it's time to have any questions or any I don't know comments about the UCLOG. If you have these comments, you can raise your hand. But now we are going to resolve some questions that we have in the social networks. For this reason, I want to invite to Kelly. Kelly is the marketing coordinator of program, and she received many questions that maybe you have these questions, and this is a space to resolve that. Hi, Kelly.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kelly from Logica's Marketing Department, and I'm very excited right now because we have several questions on our social media. The first question is for Cindy Melo and is asked by Anna from Colombia. She asks, did I send the registration documents? And also, she wants to know what is the deadline to register?
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Anna. So for give you an answer, the documents, remember, the documents are the CV or resume of your experience, academic experience, professional. Moreover, two recommendation letters. It can be professors, it can be professionals, where you had made your practices. And the last one is a link, just a link of a video uploaded in YouTube that explain the reasons for participating in UCLOG. Moreover, the goals that you want to achieve in the program. Please only 3 minutes this link of this video. Moreover, what is the time to do this, the deadline of to research? And I think that it is important. Remember the good news that the discount until 30 April. You have 20% of discount until 30 April. But for participate the program, if you don't want take the discount, that will be crazy, but something could be. Oh, you have the second date is the 30th of May, because in June we have all the committee of the selection committee to decide what is the students that pass at the program. So this is the all the of the questions. I think that is missing some. Where do I sent it? Okay. Remember, this will be sent in a mail to educacion@logica.org. This is very important because we have this email just only for these applies, and you attach the CV or resume in PDF, and the two recommendation letters we write by the professional or professional, and in the mail you write the link. So you can send these documents to this email. Kelly sent more the email direction for send these documents and the link of the PD. I think that is all the question of Anna. Kelly.
Yes, for Anna, yes, but we have another question, and this question is for Daniel Prato, and is asked by a company interested in becoming a training partner. Daniel, they want to know how many challenges can they send and what themes should the challenge be about?
Okay, thank you for the question. Well, based on our previous experience, we can have challenge related to how to analyze supply chain data to propose strategies to optimize the picking, the packing, or the transportation fleet. We have a proposed challenge related to humanitarian logistics. How can we develop plan for respond to contingencies or humanitarian problems in urban area in rural areas in Colombia. We have done challenge related to the food and waste um, sector. What kind of strategies can we develop to reduce the food and lose weight, food, the loss and waste of food? Um, I think we have plenty of that, but those are the most important that I remember. Um, Basically, you have one tool to analyze or processing data, to use some concepts related to the inventory management, transport management, or some logistic area of the operations, and to propose from the strategical point of view a solution based on information and based on the analysis and tools that we can use to propose a solution. This I think we haven't talked about the companies of this year, but we will have a challenge related to last mile distribution with a very big company. I think we can't say names, but we will have big companies related to food, to medical or pharmaceutical sector. We have companies from logistic operators, and those are the challenges that we will have about how to develop strategies to optimize last mile distribution, to reduce food waste and loss, um, to improve or to develop strategies for digital transformation in some operations of different companies. I think that's most of the topics that we will see this time. Did I solve the question?
Yes, perfectly. Thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Cindy, for answering these two questions.
Okay, Kel. Thank you for the people writing in our social networks. So we only have 4 minutes to close this space and for to say goodbye. I don't know if one of Maria Fernanda, Daniel, Cesar want to last message, or Luana or Valentina, the last last message to all the students that connected today.
Well, I would like to add that for the students that are attending this session, please don't miss the opportunity to work with the highly specialized people who work in logistics and supply chain, to have the opportunity to know about logistic operations of main companies in Colombia and Latin America, and we will be here for you just to make this experience amazing, as Luana
Yeah,
and Valentina said.
yeah,
Thank you.
I'm agree with Daniel, and just to add again, as a team here from Logica and CLI, we are for you guys. So we understand that probably these kind of decisions are not easy. usually involves our parents, usually involves our teachers. So count with us if you need us to have a little calls with all of them and with you, of course, in order to explain and of course to give you, not only all the details about the program, but also the confidence and the safety to be here with us. So let's count with all of us. We are here for you.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you,
I'm
Cesar.
I'm not
Come
gonna.
on.
Can I say something? It's really quick. I don't
Yes,
want to be
yes.
repetitive, so I already said that is a no-brainer decision. You guys must do it. But I just want to say that if anyone have some doubt of why I shouldn't do it, or I don't know, does it worth it, go there. I am available. Okay, so I'm gonna put here in the chat my contacts. You guys can send me any questions, talking about from student to a student.
Yeah,
I
Thank
actually,
you,
think
I was just
Luana.
are you guys
I just
listening?
thought the same.
Okay.
So I also listed my contact, and feel free to reach out to us. Questions related like the program or where you should stay. How was, I don't know, the friends, whatever. We're open to um give you as much information as needed. And
Thank you,
thank
Luana.
you,
Thank you, Valentina.
thank
We
you, Lorena,
appreciate
for the
that
invitation.
because the students have many questions about the lodging and other things of the life of diary. So thank you. And for say goodbye, I left you a video with the memories of the UCLOG 2019 where participate Valentina and Luana. And thank you for participating in this space. I hope you see you in Bogota in June. So please send your documents. So thank you. Bye bye.
The experience is, I think, is one of the best thing that ever happened to me. So I really love UCLOG. I really love being a UCLOGer, and this was the best experience of my life.
Hi, my name is Francisco. I'm from Santiago, Chile, and I recommend UCLOG program because you are going to know about logistics and supply chain world trends.
UCLOG because they're teaching you how to solve Latin American problems with Latin American experience. And you're always thinking how to improve. So I bet UCLOG 2020 is gonna be the best.
Okay, thanks everybody. Goodbye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you very much.